Tonight I get the opportunity to do a quick review over the Nike SHA Elite J. A buddy of mine in Maryland sent this to me to check out. Thanks again. You might notice this from Evil Adam's video. I'm not going to try to cover as much as he did over it. Maybe touch on a few different things. But this glove is on par with any Japanese glove that I've ever seen. Has just traditional split welting on it. The lace quality is incredible. He mentioned that it could be made out of the same material as the glove, which would be state-of-the-art tender kip leather. I have no way of verifying that, but it sure does feel like it. I believe this glove is 12.5. I believe that's what it's marketed as. Definitely feels like a 12.5. The first thing that really jumped out at me is the weight of this glove. It is incredibly light. I'm going to get that on the scale for you to see here in a moment. The lining is another thing that really stands out. Nike markets it as moist clutch LPS material, and that basically is used for incredible grip. If you were to take a Mach 3 to some velvet, that's basically what this feels like. It's very unique. I've never felt anything like it. Alright, now I'm going to throw this thing on the scale and show you just how light it is. Zoom in so you can see this. It measures 19 ounces. It is incredibly light. Most of my gloves weigh around 23, 24 ounces, so this is quite an improvement. Nike also mentions how they removed all unnecessary parts from the thumb too. Now I'm going to get a exact measurement for you guys just to see exactly how much this thing measures out at. For any of you interested in getting one. Looks like just about 12.5 as advertised. And I'm going to get a couple balls in here so you can see what it looks like with it in the pocket. First up is a standard size baseball. And with permission, I get to put it on. Closes fairly easy with a baseball in the pocket. This is with the 2 in the pinky grip. I'll switch it over to standard to see. Actually feels better. You don't hear me saying that often with the standard grip. Next up is an 11-inch softball. Start off with the standard grip. Followed by a 2 in the pinky. Closes just about all the way. And finally, 12-inch softball. This is with the 2 in the pinky grip. Closes almost all the way. I have a feeling after it breaks in, this is just going to swallow the ball. Now the standard grip. Barely any close at all. Now, I get to take this apart and show you the padding. It's probably the only opportunity I'm ever going to get to do this. Alright, I got the glove open as far as I'm willing to go with it. Let's take a look on the inside. Looks like your standard high-end padding that you would see in Pro Preferred, Pro Limited. Only this one looks like the same material on top and bottom. Usually on Pro Limited you'll see a gray top, white bottom. On the Japanese Mizuno Pros that I've worked on, they have a really rigid bottom to them. It feels like it would cut your finger if you were to slide it too fast, but that's about the only difference I see in the padding right here. Looks to be made out of the same stuff. Not much give to it. Let me see if I can get that in the light. That's a cool pattern on the bottom of the LPS. Another thing I noticed, the fingers seem to be a little thin. I think they might have utilized that in the weight savings. Yeah, the fingers are not very stiff at all, with exception to the pinky and the thumb, of course. Has some nice healthy inserts in there. Alright, my camera keeps running out of space, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Just want to show you some of the cool things you get with it. You get a nice bag. Feels very cool. Get the insert. If you look right there, you can see where it describes the LPS lining right there. Actually, it's kind of textured on here too. Pretty cool. Also, might want to mention this is a model BF1489. Hope you enjoyed. I know I did. Stay tuned for more reviews as I get them. Thanks for watching.